Hello, Culture Kids families! Before we begin our episode, if you can't get enough of fun and educational podcasts for your whole family, check out Tumble, a science podcast for kids.
Are you looking for a podcast that your whole family can enjoy that asks the deep philosophical questions like, do trees fart?
If you are, then you'll love Tumble, a science podcast for kids. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Marshall. Join us as we explore stories of science discovery, from butts to animals, dinosaurs, astronomy, and everything in between.
You'll love these stories, and you'll learn something new.
Find and follow Tumble Science Podcast for Kids wherever you get your podcasts, or at sciencepodcastforkids.com.
And now, here is our latest episode.
Hello, Culture Kids. Welcome to our show. My name is Asher, and I am your host along with my mom, Kristen. Today, we have a special birthday shout-out to Sujin, all the way from South Korea. Happy birthday. We hope all your dreams come true.
And thank you for listening to Culture Kids Podcast. Today, we're going to learn about a certain type of activity that is adventurous and allows you to explore the underwater world.
This activity is not for little kids, but I love learning about it because one day, maybe I'll try it.
Yup, this allows you to stay underwater like a mermaid, and you can blow bubbles and get up close to coral reefs and fish. Asher, would you like to introduce our topic of the day?
Scuba diving.
The word scuba comes from the words self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Wow. Sounds fancy. So what does that even mean?
It is the equipment that allows divers to breathe underwater.
Very cool. Why do you love scuba diving so much? You talk about it all the time.
When you go scuba diving, you get to explore a whole new world underwater. It's like entering a magical kingdom filled with colorful fish, beautiful coral reefs, and incredible sea creatures. By scuba diving, you can see and learn about marine life up close, which helps us appreciate and protect our oceans.
Maybe I like it because I love sea animals.
Before we learn about scuba diving, let's do something a little different today and play a game of true or false. I'll go first.
Okay.
True or false? There are volcanoes that are located beneath the surface of the ocean.
False?
Actually, it is true. Under the ocean surface, deep beneath the water, there are huge mountains called underwater volcanoes. Just like the volcanoes you might see on land, these underwater volcanoes have hot magma inside them.
Cool. Do they explode?
They actually do. Underwater volcanoes are like mountains under the ocean. They have hot melted rock called magma inside them. Sometimes this magma gets very excited and wants to come out.
Wow. Okay, my turn. True or false? Sharks are fish, not mammals.
I want to say they are like dolphins and whales, so they are mammals. So, false.
It's true. Sharks are fish. They are not mammals. They do not nurse their babies.
Oh, no. I did not know that. Good to remember. So, sharks are fish, and dolphins and whales are mammals. Okay, one last one. True or false? There is a sea creature that can live forever.
True?
You're right. Do you know what that is?
Mudfish.
That's a good guess. Actually, mudfish do not live forever, but they are known for their ability to survive in really harsh conditions. So that's a very good guess, Asher. But there is a jellyfish called the immortal jellyfish. When it gets old or faces some kind of danger, instead of dying, it can transform itself back into a baby jellyfish. This process is called transdifferentiation.
What?
Transdifferentiation. That's a long word. Transdifferentiation, dude.
Yup. So let's say the immortal jellyfish is feeling weak or something is threatening it. It can revert back to its earlier stages of life, just like pressing a magical reset button. It becomes a tiny jellyfish baby again and starts growing up all over again.
That's so cool. Transdifferentiation.
So let's learn about what scuba diving is and why it's an important activity many people enjoy everywhere around the world.
Let's go! So just like an astronaut needs a lot of things to go to space, scuba divers need lots of things to go underwater. First, you need snorkel gear. So that's fins, mask, snorkel, and a wetsuit.
That's right. Aside from the snorkel gear, you will also need a BCD.
The letter BCD?
Yup. It stands for Buoyancy Control Device. Do you want to try saying that, Asher?
Buoyancy control device.
So in short, we call it BCD. It is like a special jacket you wear while diving. It helps you float or sink in the water by adding or releasing air.
It helps control your buoyancy. It is a special force that helps things float or sink in the water.
Yes, buoyancy is what allows you to float, sink, or hover at different depths in the water.
Oh.
It can help you dive deeper or go back up to the surface. The BCD also holds your scuba air tank.
The dive tank is a container filled with air that you carry on your back, like a turtle shell.
It is actually quite heavy, so it kind of does feel like a turtle shell. And you'll also need a regulator. The regulator is a device that goes into your mouth and lets you breathe air from the tank.
It's like a magical breathing machine. And it makes bubbles under the water, too.
Yes, the bubbles are quite mesmerizing when you're underwater. You will also need a dive computer, which is a computer that helps you keep track of how deep you are, how long you've been underwater, and how much time you have left before you gotta go back up to the surface.
So how could someone learn how to scuba dive? Can anyone do it?
Me, choose me.
To learn scuba diving, you will need to find a scuba diving school that will teach you. They will show you how to use the equipment and breathe underwater. You'll practice in a pool first, and then go diving in the ocean or a lake with your instructor. It's like going to underwater school to become a real-life explorer.
Woo-hoo.
Underwater school? Sounds like the best school ever.
Let's dive into what you'll learn in a scuba diving certification school.
First things first. You learned how to use your special equipment, like your regulator, BCD, and how to use it all safely.
You'll learn about fins, tanks, masks, and how to communicate underwater.
Hello.
Since you can't talk underwater, just like how dolphins or whales have their own ways of communicating, scuba divers use hand gestures to communicate with your dive buddy or instructor.
Dive buddies? Is that like diving with friends?
Ah, shucks!
Yeah, kind of. Before every dive, it's important to pick a dive buddy, meaning the person you're going to be looking out for during your dive. And that other person will always check in on you too, just to make sure everything is going smoothly. Asher, do you remember what the "I'm doing okay" sign is in scuba language?
Yeah, it's an okay sign, not the thumbs up sign. Ta-da! We learned about it in last week's episode.
And most importantly, you'll learn dive planning and safety rules. You'll learn how to plan a dive, follow safety guidelines, and how to respect and protect the underwater environment.
Because visiting the underwater world is like visiting someone's house.
Yes, Asher. If someone visited our home, we wouldn't want them to touch everything and take stuff when they leave, right?
Yeah, so it's important to leave everything where it was. And just look. And not disturb anything. Because the coral reef is their home.
Absolutely. And you'll learn how to breathe consistently so that you are not holding your breath.
Holding your breath while scuba diving could be dangerous. It could make you sick. You have to breathe in and out slowly the whole time.
Yep, and you'll learn to go up to the surface of the water slowly and safely. It's important that when you go up to the surface of the water, you go slowly, like you're going up one stair at a time. It helps your body to adjust to the changing pressure.
Scuba diving sounds so fun, but it sounds like there's lots of rules. So I guess kids can't do it?
Well, it depends on what kind of scuba diving certification and what country, but most scuba diving organizations can offer certifications as young as 10 or 12 years old.
Oh, so like 5.5 more years for me.
Yep. Well, this was so fun talking about scuba diving and exploring some fun sea animal facts. And before we wrap it up, we hope all our listeners will take curiosity in exploring the magic of our oceans. Even if we're not able to scuba dive right at this moment, you can use your great big imagination and discover what it might be like to swim next to turtles and blow bubbles like scuba divers do. Maybe we'll spot some mermaids or even friendly whales. The possibilities are endless, so let's go explore wherever you are. Let's end our episode with some jokes, as we always do. Do you want to go first, Asher?
Yes. What is Earth's favorite music?
What?
Rock and roll, of course.
Clever, because Earth has rocks, and I guess it spins, so roll. I like that one. Okay. This might be a little bit of a tricky one. I have cities, but no houses. Forests, but no trees. And rivers, but no water. What am I?
A keyboard?
Not quite. A map. Because you see cities on a map, you see forests and rivers. You're not going to see waters or trees or houses.
That was a hard one.
I know, but you took a really cool guess. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And grown-ups, please don't forget to subscribe and let us know what you want to learn about next by leaving us a review. And we are still taking birthday shout-out celebrations, so feel free to email us at culturekidspodcast@gmail.com with your child's birthday, age, and where they're from, and we'll give them a special birthday shout-out at the beginning of our show. Until next time, see you later.
Alligator.